Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you how I roast my whole chicken. And this time I'm using a heritage chicken. Okay, I just bought this heritage chicken, and this heritage chicken is pasture raised, and it's no antibiotic, no added water, and they feed it all natural food. Okay, so the way I like to do my chicken, you can of course roast your chicken whole, and but for me, because different part of the chicken takes different time to be done. Like the breast takes, when I bake them, it takes only like 15 minutes, where the thighs, drumsticks, and the other parts of the chicken takes about 30 minutes or so. So what I like to do, I like to take everything apart, cut it different pieces, and then marinate it, and then bake it. Okay? Now I show you what I do. So what I do is I cut the chicken parts, like it's easy, just follow where the joints are, like here. Like this is, I'm cutting, see, the thigh and the drumsticks together. Then what I do, see, there is this little bit of fat here. This is the line where you cut through here, like that. See? So you cut them like that. And then I put them in my marinating pot here. Okay? And here for the breast, so what I do is, see, this is the bone here, the breastbone. So I walk my knife with the bone. So this way I take as much, I don't really waste any of the breast. As you can see, I'm just shaving around the bone. See, here we are. And this is my breast, like that. All right, beautiful, see? Okay, and the same thing with my wings. So what I like to do with the wings, I like to make them into two pieces as well, like that. See? Okay? And then with the carcass here, I like to cut it apart, as you can see here. And you can roast this after you clean it. You can roast it. And I like to roast it, and I like to eat from the bones here. There's a lot of meat here, and a very, 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 very flavorful. So what you do is you cut them into pieces like that, and then you marinate it with the chicken, and you roast them on a separate tray, and you can either eat it or you can use it to make chicken stock. Okay? Here I have my carcass cut-ups, and I have my whole chicken here cut up. And now we have to marinate them. As you know, heirloom chicken tastes much, much different than your regular conventional commercial chicken. So the taste of this chicken tastes very, very delicious and totally different than the commercial ones. Therefore, you do not have to add too many things to it to overpower the natural flavor of the chicken. So what I'm gonna only need here is very simple. We're gonna need some garlic, some little lemon, salt and pepper, and just a tiny bit of tarragon, because I like tarragon with my chickens. We're gonna have a nice, very good olive oil, and we're gonna have some organic chicken stock, just a little bit, like a couple of tablespoons, just to enhance the marinade. Okay? So now I'm gonna marinate my chicken. You add your salt, as much as you want as far as salt concerned. Any of the spices, of course, you put to your taste. This is the salt. Then I have my grinder here of pepper. As you notice, we do here homemade videos, no nonsense videos here, and very practical. It's like you're doing it at home. Okay? Now I'm gonna add a little bit of the tarragon, not much, just a tiny bit. And then I always, with my dried herbs, I like to pulverize them in my hand before I add them to enhance, to bring out the flavor. Okay? And now I zest my garlic. And I like garlic. I like to put as much as I can. And you too, you add as much as you want. We will post the recipe on our Facebook page. And then if you like, you can look it up and follow the video instruction as well. Okay? Now I squeeze some lemon. Not much, as much as you want. Like half a lemon in my case here. This is a nice juicy one. Okay? So with the lemon skin, what I like to do is I like to cut it into little pieces too. That will give the chicken nice tangy flavor as well. Okay? Now I'm gonna add the olive oil. Be generous with the oil here, because you're gonna make a nice marinade, and the oil will be part of the baking, roasting process. Okay? And now I add a little bit of the chicken stock only, not too much, just a little bit to enhance the marinade. That's all. Okay? So now after I add all the ingredients of my marinade, and I mix the chicken with the chicken parts all together to make sure they're all coated with all the ingredients of the marinade. Okay? So after mixing all the marinade with the parts, now I let my chicken marinate for at least 2 hours, but preferably overnight. The more you marinate it, the better it is. So what I do is now I'm gonna cover it and refrigerate it for at least 2 hours. Okay? Okay. Here, our chicken has been marinated in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. And now we're gonna take it, put it on a trays, and let it sit on room temperature for about 45 minutes to an hour before we roast it. Okay? Here we are. We put our chicken on a tray to stay in the room temperature for about an hour. As you can see, I have 2 trays, one for the breasts, because the breast takes half the time to cook than the other parts of the chicken. These parts will take 25 to 30 minutes, and our chicken breast will take about 15 minutes. And as you can see here also, I have these extra parts, the bones. Either you can make like a chicken stock with it, but they do have a lot of meat in them, and I personally like to eat those because they're so delicious, and they have a good taste to it. Okay, so we let this rest for about an hour, then we'll roast them. Here we are. We are ready to roast our chicken. We preheated the oven on 350 on convection roast. Here we are. We have our parts. We put them on the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna cook the parts first for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna add our chicken breast. Okay, so our parts has been cooking for 15 minutes. Now we add our chicken breast, and we'll cook them for another 15 minutes. Here we are after 30 minutes of cooking our parts. They are done. So the way we test them is use a knife, and if the juice comes out clear, it means they're done. We checked our chicken breast after 15 minutes, and they needed another 2 minutes, I think, to cook, because it depends how big the breasts are. Here we are. We took our chicken breast out, and the juice is coming out nice and clear. It is done. So our chicken breast took 17 minutes to cook instead of 15. It depends how the size of the breasts are, and our parts took about 30 minutes to be done. Okay, guys, I hope you try this heirloom chicken. And if you can find heirloom chicken in your area, or you can use any chicken you normally buy in your supermarket, and let us know. But the heirloom chicken that are pasture raised, really they have a unique chicken taste to it. The real chicken taste, I would say. Okay, guys, if you try it, let us know. Bye for now.